Hey, I'm Maxie Tien, co-owner of MC23. Welcome to our shop.
The idea of owning a barbershop was always like in the back of my mind, but I was so focused on playing basketball, raising girls up, so I kind of like put it in the back burner. But now that I have more time on my hand, I've seen everything that I wanted to do. I'm starting to put everything into play, and it's all it came about one day. I just said, man, it'd be great. I can just walk in and get my hair cut and have a place where I can just relax and BS and talk basketball and talk sports. And I said, why not open up my own shop? And I already know a lot of barbers in the area, and I got a good relationship with the community. And once they sat down and heard my plan and heard what I had involved for the shop, I had a lot of people come on board, and so far everything has been great. Every good neighborhood always had a good barbershop growing up, and I just felt like this community in this area needed something like this, needed something that's somebody that is visible, that's a native of the town, per se, per now, that's trying to give back to the community and hand out jobs. So this is a great place we got going on, and like I said, it's just the beginning.
I've been with Marcus since pretty much before the league. I consider him a brother. He's my son's godfather, so we're family. So we're kind of, we're always around one another, which is cool, out here, especially being a professional athlete. At times, what the guys always tell me, it's hard to find somebody you can rely on or you can trust, or and I think the best part about it is there's no airs, about him or on our relationship. We just talk normal, just like anybody else, and complain, argue, whatever it is. And on the business side, we've always been two that never jump into ventures. We kind of see what's out there, really take our time, and we never look to lose. Let's put it that way. I think we take the competitive nature in athletics and to transcend that over into in our business ventures.
Max? Well, Max is is a New York City guy. Those guys up top over north, they're Rex. Some people down here in Texas that's more laid back may consider it blunt or aggressive, but him being in our corporate world, being around all those sharks, you have to be aggressive and be smart with it. But one thing about Max, he knows his business. He's not going to be BS. He's not going to let anything happen to me BS-wise, especially on a business aspect. And I know that he has my back, and I know that the guys in there sometimes they get this misconception of who he really is because he's all about business. But on a lighter note, like I said, he's probably one of my closest friends that I have in this world, and someone I can trust my kids to be around. And I know if something was to happen to me, I know he would take care of my family. So that trust and that relationship goes back a long, long time. Being together for so long, pause, not like that. We are, of course you're gonna have disagreements and arguments and fights of that nature, but either sometimes we have arguments and disagreements, we don't even have to say a word to each other, and we know what each other's gonna think and all about the situation. So I think that comes from, all these years of friendships and trust that we have, that, if we look at the brighter picture, we all want the best. He wants the best for me, I want the best for him, so we make the best situation and work it out.
gotta laugh. You know, of course we disagree. You know, family disagrees all the time, right? That's the nature of the game. But I don't look at it really as disagreements. I look at it as either, you know, I'm right or wrong, and when I'm wrong, I gotta suck it up like a man and understand that, you know what, I don't know it all, and, you know, I learn a lot from Marcus on a day-to-day and vice versa. So I take it as just a day-to-day thing in my life. You know, it is what it is.
My barbers, you start with Byron the barber.
Byron the barber, man, been working all day since 5:30. This is what it look like, man. But it's natural and I love it to death.
He's the general manager of the shop. In my opinion, he's probably like the quote-unquote mayor of Houston, Pearland per se. He knows everybody. We go out, you know, he's very a personable guy. He has that personality that you gravitate to, and besides that, he's one of the better barbers that we have in the area. And he's the one who I knew when I first got down here. He was the first one to really start cutting my hair, so that's how we developed that relationship. So eventually it turned to a business relationship. So I'm very happy to have him. He goes above and beyond anything we ask him to do. And I'll go on to Chubb, Kevin.
Chubb Rock the OG, baby. Been doing it for 27 years.
You know, I've known Kevin for like 8 or 9 years. He also cut with Byron in another shop, and you know, he's somebody who always has something to say. You know, he's always good for a good laugh. He knows his sports, and he's a great, excellent barber. So you know, some guys like that, you want them around you, want them on your team, and I'm happy he's a part of the franchise. Next, we have DJ. He calls himself One Eye, Two Hands.
DJ the barber, 1 eye, 2 hands, and some clippers. The machine, you see us live at MC23.
And this guy's remarkable because he only has 1 eye. So he cuts with a patch over his eye, and his skills are phenomenal. I mean, for a guy to have that disability, but the work and the quality of work that he puts out on his haircuts is something to be seen. And he's a good character. He's a Washington Redskins fan, so he's been getting hammered a lot this football season. So that's all he talks about is RG3 and the Lakers. So for my forecast of things, I think he's going to have a long season in football and basketball. Phil.
What's going on, man? I'm Phil the barber, aka Young Gucci.
Phil is a young boy we have on the team. You know, he's fresh. He comes polo down, the fresh sneakers, the Gucci's. You know, you pretty much can't tell this young do anything. Only problem we have with him is about being punctual, showing up on time, and he has to know how to focus on work. I mean, let his stuff outside of the work take care of itself, but when he's in here, he needs to be focused about work. And when he does that, I mean, he's crazy with it. I mean, the designs these young kids wear nowadays with the mohawks and all the lines and stuff, he has all that mastered down. So he's one of our up-and-coming rising young barbers that we have here. Oh, and the last barber we got is Sean.
Sean the barber, still cutting. Going down to MC23.
Now, you'll be lucky to get 2 words out of Sean per week, not a day. He's very quiet. He's not going to say too much. He just lays back there in the cut, cuts work, and goes about his business. And you got to respect a guy like that. Well, considering that I know most of the barbers on a personal level before Max, you know, they know me on that level. But when Max comes around, things seem to tighten up a little bit. So, when Max comes around, trust, guys are everything's in order.
As you'll see in the future, I'm the bad guy. I mean, I got love for my guys, but I mean, I come from a corporate background for many years, so I kind of run a business in a corporate manner because I want the business to, you know, far exceed our expectations. So the guys at times understand, and when they don't understand, I'm still the bad guy, and I understand that. I live with it.
Well, I see us franchising off, getting a couple more shops, you know, opening up. You know, me being down here in the Houston area for the last 10 plus years per se, this is like my adoptive home. You know, me, I'm originally from Hartford, Connecticut, and you know, I migrated down here like 04, 05, and you know, I just want to be a part of the community here. You know, I think there's a lot of business ventures that we can go out here. It's a lot of community stuff we also like to get involved in. You know, I have my barbers out there in the community fielding questions. going to these schools, talking to these kids. So it's not just these guys that coming here just getting haircuts per se. We try to make this, like I said, a lifestyle, and hopefully, more people can grab a hold to it, get the community together, and it's all about helping out these kids. So that's one of our main initiatives.
All I just see is just a lot of great doors opening up based on what we're doing already. We've only been open a couple months, and we've steadily became #1 that quick. And I just see a lot of the other things that we haven't even implemented yet that'll catapult us to a whole nother hemisphere in this business. So I see great things on the horizons for us.